Hello, I'm going to tell you a little story about me. My name's Jason Blastic. I'm 38 years old, from Michigan. Let me start off by giving you a quick bio on my food background. Before attending culinary school, I spent 3 seasons working in exotic Nantucket Island, a very unique place with plenty of fresh seafood, different kind of cuisine from the Midwest, being in the Northeast. After that, I left and went to the Culinary Institute of America, where I graduated in 1996. Since then, I've worked in several restaurants across Michigan, the most prestigious of which is the Lark Restaurant, West Bloomfield, renowned around the state for its fine cuisine. Worked alongside Chef Marcus Haight, which brought my skills completely to a new level. The last several years, I worked at the English Inn in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Currently, I work at the Rodder and Grill in Owasso. I'm an executive chef. I work hands-on with food every day. Spend a lot of time creating menus. I also get to do a lot of special dinners. One of the most passionate things that I get to do in my line of work that I really love is food and wine pairing. Literally tasting the wine, matching it with the food, especially beer, because beer is a lot more complex. Pulling out the specific flavors, contrasts, complements, and creating a dish that incorporates as many as the tastes that you can pull out. And literally, the food transforms the flavor of the beer or wine that you're pairing with. And that is one of the most satisfying parts of my job. People, the guests, really enjoy that most of all. In addition to my formal culinary education at the Culinary Institute of America, I'd also like to say probably one of the biggest influences on my culinary career is my time spent working at the Lark. Chef Marcus Haight, a veteran culinarian, spent a numerous amount of time at La Maisonette in Cleveland. He also worked at La Francais in Chicago and Le Bec Fin in Philadelphia. From him, I was able to learn a lot of the skills and techniques that go into preparing French cuisine, which is by far probably one of my favorites due to the technicality and the refinement that goes into creating something on that level. It's where I first was able to work with truffles, exotic ingredients like squab, quail eggs, foie gras, for instance. He taught me the way to tell a perfect piece of foie gras. He said, pick it up, feel it. Feel it. A lot of people press on steaks. You press on foie gras, you feel it. When it's perfectly done, it feels like a soft penis. And I never forgot that. I've also had many other rewarding experiences in my culinary career, some of which have been competitions. As a young chef working at the Lark, I competed in the Chaîne de Rôtisseurs Young Chef competition, which there I earned a bronze medal. And also, since then, I've competed in other competitions, primarily Taste of Elegance. It's put on by the Michigan Pork Producers. In those competitions, I haven't won first place, but I have landed second place finish, a third place finish, and one of my, probably closest to my heart, is the People's Choice Award, because they thought my dish was the best of all of them, and I really appreciate that. In addition, I also have recently, in the last 6 months, I have my own website set up. I have my own WordPress blog, so I've been working on sharing some of my favorite recipes and my skills with other people. And with that, I slowly, just now, have begun to get into video blogging. I have my channel on YouTube, which I can embed my videos right into my blog with recipes, etc. So, I mean, that integrated format, I'm slowly gaining ground, trying to learn how to, do that the best as possible. But it is also very rewarding being interact with people and, have them say how much they love what I do. Where does my love for food come from? I think I'd have to say my love for food comes from playing as a child. In the kitchen was like my personal chemistry set. I got to play and mix and match and use ingredients. Can't say that I was a good cook. I certainly had plenty of grandparents, parents that were excellent cooks in their own right. But I think it was the creativity, the playfulness, which I still play with my food today, that really created the love and passion for food that I have today. What are my favorite foods? Well, for favorite foods, I certainly have to start off on the gourmet end of the scale. Truffles are amazing. The aroma, the flavor, it's incomparable. Simple truffle salt on popcorn, you can make it more decadent. Add truffle butter. It's just to die for. Second, I'd have to say that foie gras It's so rich, so tasty. Not necessarily the most political correct food in all corners of the world, but it is very, very good. Bang for the buck is probably my favorite food of all. I certainly have a great appreciation for French cuisine. The delicacy, the refinement is probably what makes that my favorite cuisine of all. But I certainly have a great appreciation for pizza. I really love pizza. It's one of my favorite, quick, easy foods. The range of toppings and flavor combinations are almost endless, just on a simple pizza crust. And I also have, a great affinity for not so, well, I'll call it a delicacy, hamburger and onion on the slider. Can't beat them. Throughout my experience as a chef, I had some pretty crazy and outrageous times dealing with food. Probably the first off I'd have to start off with is I had a brand new girlfriend. And her best friend thought it would be a really great idea if they decided to put a mystery basket together for me. So we did, and I don't know if it was a challenge to see if I was good enough for her or what, but while they were enjoying watching me sweat, I prepared a 3-course gourmet meal for the two of them, which turned out all right, and I had a lot of fun doing it, but I can't say it was like the least amount of pressure I ever had. I've also had some, probably one of the best dining experience I ever had. This girlfriend and I were celebrating. We went to Toronto. We were going to go to dinner at Scaramouche. She had the bright idea. Let's take the subway. We can walk over there. Well, it's winter in Toronto, and it turns out the subway was a lot farther than we thought, and we were walking through snow and ice, and she was wearing heels. I didn't score a lot of points, but we did end up having, by far, the best dinner I've ever had at Scaramouche in Toronto. Let's see. I also, same girlfriend, we decided to throw a Cinco de Mayo party. Well, had the whole Mexican theme, sombrero hats, and the whole deal. Multiple courses outside the grill. It was beautiful. Beautiful weather for May in Michigan, which isn't normally very warm. Well, to make a long story short, before we got to the main course, my girlfriend had a few margaritas too many. So I ate without her. And then I went to bed. Well, I woke up a couple hours later and she was screaming and yelling at me because I didn't wait to have dinner with her. I was in trouble. I'm like, go away. To tell you a little bit more about myself and my personality, a lot of people say I come across, I'm a laid back, easygoing kind of guy, which I'm very good at getting along with other people. I'm also very passionate about what I do as a chef. When I cook, I get very intense, sometimes so intense they say it's sexy. I don't know if that's true. I'm also very talented. I don't know if talent's a personality trait, but certainly that comes across to everyone I've ever worked with, that I know my shit, I know how to keep stuff together, and I'm very knowledgeable about food. I love tasting new things, but most of all, I love to challenge new things. I don't just taste it. I'll take them on, head on, try to prepare Indian cuisine, whatever it happens to be. If it's something that I have an interest in, I'm going to learn how to cook it. And I'm going to learn from whatever resources I need to go to learn how to do it correctly and make it a success. Now, why should you choose me for this job and this series? I'd have to say, short list of reasons why you should choose me. Enthusiasm being one of the key components. Also, attitude. I love going out, trying, tasting new things. Sharing my love for food, my passion for food, with others is a great rewarding part of what I do and what others do. After all, this is a hospitality business, and that hospitality that others share with me and I share with others is part of what makes cooking so rewarding. After all, it's the people that you meet through food, through fine drink, that really makes this such a passion for so many people around America. Alright, now it's time for the Taste and Tell segment. I have here a gooey, sticky bun, which is falling apart as we speak, and I don't think I can take very many takes, because otherwise I'll just get way too full. Well, we have the aroma, cinnamon, vanilla. It's very caramely. Shouldn't talk with your mouth full, but it's very gooey. Very good. I can detect the butteriness of the dough. Rich cinnamon. have to say this is my favorite part of filming. Get to eat. Oh yeah, you got the contrast textures, crunchy nuts, soft dough. Very good. I have to say, you did a fine job with this one. Well, I'd like to say, after countless sumptuous sticky rolls, that thank you for sharing this time with me, and Mons 2, and be happy. Thank you very much. Mons 2 means eats everything in French.